all right, you know what it is. It's Super Bowl week. And I don't know about you, but I love football. But actually, this season I have not really paid attention to it too much, but I do love a good halftime Super Bowl show. So if that's what you're here for, me too this year. Because I don't really care for the Chiefs and I don't care for the Eagles too much, but I would definitely, oh, there goes my glasses. I would definitely love to see the Chiefs lose. But also, another thing too about the Super Bowl is that more Taylor Swift. So if you don't like Taylor Swift, sorry, we're going to be seeing more of her as we did the last Super Bowl. But this video right here is for you to be successful because I know how difficult it is to stay on track. And especially if you're going to a bar setting, or maybe you're going over to a friend's house, or maybe you're staying at home and you're making all this stuff where it's cheaper. Sometimes we struggle with making choices. Sometimes we're going to struggle with the obstacle at hand. And the obstacle at hand that we have here is lots of food. We know how much food is involved on Super Bowl. And if you didn't, you're tripping. And all of the drinks, all of the booze, which, cool. Time to spend some money, it sounds like. But let's spend money in a better way that's actually going to help us be the best version of ourselves and to help us get the results that we're looking for. So let's dive into this. Okay. The first things first, we want to take action. So in my Pride method, and if you don't know the Pride method, you're going to go over and go watch the other video, but we are taking action. I am taking action. The I, taking action. So the question is, are you ready? Because I'm about to really hone in on some of these things that you've been struggling with. And we're going to get right, okay? And it all starts right now. And what I want you to do right now is saying enough is enough and I'm going to win this weekend and I'm going to be successful. I'm about to take the dub, just like the Eagles are, as I wear the Steelers. But I don't want to hear I don't have time. I don't want to hear it at all. It's a freaking excuse. And how we're going to start taking action is to simply plan and prepare. Because we're talking about it right now and you're listening to me to start taking action. How we're going to do this is we need to get really clear on what we are doing for our weekend leading into Super Bowl. Because that's where the I don't have time is, because you usually meal prep on Sunday or maybe meal prep on Saturday. But there's so many things going on because you're trying to get everything ready for the party. Or whatever your excuse is. This time we're not. We're going to get ahead of it. And what I like to do, I have a couple options, two options here. One, I go grocery shop on a Friday night. Who wants to shop on a Friday night? The people that want to win and be successful. The ones that want to win the freaking plan in place. We're going to execute. If you don't like to shop on a Friday night, maybe you're picking it up as a grocery pickup, or Saturday morning, you're getting your ass up early and you're getting to the grocery store so that way you can go home and go make the food. Meal prep. Now, whatever works best for your schedule, you need to decide and you need to stick to it and make it a routine. That is why I love setting myself up for the week, because I'm not going to snowball effect. If I don't do these things, then I know I'm going to fail. This, having a plan right now, is how you're going to be successful. Now, depending on what you're doing, as far as if I'm grocery shopping on Friday or grocery shopping Saturday morning, you need to make sure that meal prep is done before Super Bowl Sunday, because there's no way that you are going to go home after Super Bowl. And I don't even know, I think last year was, my nose is so itchy, sorry. The game is over late because the Super Bowl halftime show is long too, but we need to not be pushing this off. So you either need to get it done Saturday or you're waking up early Sunday morning. Decide right now, okay, yeah, I know you're calling me out. I'm going to fix this. I'm going to make the change and not let Super Bowl be the weekend that I fail. Especially if I'm on my weight loss journey, or especially if I'm ready to start changing. Okay? Now, the next piece where we want to start taking action, because this really held me back, but I'm currently on the no drinking game right now. I don't want to. But if you do, this is how I'm going to help you be successful is Let's start getting really clear and tracking early. When I mean tracking early, if you're in an app and tracking your food, then you need to plug it in the morning time. If you know you're going to have some Micheladas, like 3 or 4 of them, those add up and it's calories. And people don't understand that there is empty calories you're drinking, so then you won't be able to eat the foods. And if you drink all over, you are consuming way more than you think. Okay, but we can prioritize by being able to put this in early. Okay, prioritize you now, and you're taking action. I was acting like my mouse was going to do something for me. Okay, you matter. At the end of the day, this is all about you. And we have this obstacle in front of us, something, a roadblock, whatever you want to call it. And it all comes down to, am I going to do it or not, or am I going to make excuses? But you're not this time, because you're sitting right here and you're ready to conquer it. You're ready to change. You're ready to do the damn thing. You can still enjoy yourself. I'm not saying cancel all the things out and not enjoy. I want you to start prioritizing. I want you to start planning ahead, because you know that if you do this, you can be successful. And we're not going to be feeling guilty the next morning on Monday when it rolls around. You're like, oh my gosh, why did I not? We're not doing that this time, because we're taking action and we're planning ahead. The only person that gets to control this, I can tell you all day, but you are the only one that gets to make this happen. You. And if you want to make excuses of the I don't, expect to stay stuck. Expect to stay exactly where you are. Right now, let's start taking action, the I, and do the damn thing, okay? Start prioritizing you and doing what matters. I'm going to give you a game plan too, moving forward, because that's what it's all about. We're about the game plan and winning. The Eagles! Okay, so when we look at booze, because I know this is a big thing on Super Bowl and just in general, and I want you to be aware of it, is, can I move this out of the way? Yes. Okay, so track ahead of time. If you want to enjoy a beverage, or maybe 2 or 3, like I said, you need to put it in there. But that also takes away from you eating other foods, especially if you're trying to lose weight. Okay, seeing it visually helps you, but then you build your day around it. And what I mean is, put the booze in, and then start plugging in all of your food, and you need to prioritize protein. So I should be really starting early in the morning to get all my protein intake leading up to the football game, because that way I'm feeling more full and I'm not going to want to have certain things because I have met my protein intake and making me feel full, because it helps with cravings and the fullness. Okay, huge. If you did not know that, now you do. So prioritize the protein. My other recommendation is also to have a protein snack leading into the event. Like when you're going, have a protein bar, maybe a protein shake if you really want, or if you're weird like me, a chicken breast in a container and just eating it like that with some sauce on it. Whatever it is to be successful, to help you feel more full. Okay, one thing to be making note of this is that alcohol does hinder weight loss. It slows down your metabolism. So if we're drinking a little bit more than expected, you are going to be experiencing some things of poor sleep, not sleeping the best, and then eating more. So like the munchies. Like when we're done with the event and it's over, we go to a fast food joint to go get something afterwards. Or we just continue to keep going back for the plates of pizza, or I guess pizza, but chips and dip, because your cravings from the drinking that you're doing. Also to keep in mind, there's 7 calories in booze. You know, the Mich Ultras actually say 90, but the seltzers, it's 7 calories for every drink that it says on there. It doesn't break it down, but it's 7 calories for alcohol. Keep that in mind. These things add up. If you want to win and you want to enjoy, you need to plan your day and work around it so that way you don't feel guilty the next morning. I know exactly what that feels like. Here's your game plan. Here is how we are going to do the things that matter, and be able to move in the right direction, be able to start making progress, because we're doing this the Pride method, the Pride way. Okay, game plan. I want you to start your day off strong. Wake up in the morning, early, hour before whatever it is that you need to be doing, getting some movement. Get out, get 10,000 steps, 8 to 10,000. It needs to happen, okay? Get your dogs out. If it's cold, you're doing laps in the house or you're going to the gym to go get your steps. 45 minutes, if you really are struggling to get your steps in general, now I want you to focus on breaking it up. Like every hour on the hour, you're moving around every 10 minutes for 10 minutes. Okay? Set the intention. In the morning time when I'm up, I'm thinking, okay, this is what I'm doing and this is how I'm going to be successful. I'm envisioning the thing that I'm doing. This was something that I was taught in college and I thought it was the stupidest thing, but when you can see yourself doing it and then you step into it, oh hell yeah, manifest that, okay? Stretch or core work is another thing to do as well. Some type of activity versus nothing versus sitting on the couch or TikToking or whatever it is you're doing. Make it happen to where you're getting better, and that way your mindset is like, okay, I did things, I can enjoy myself at this event. Superbowl. Okay, prioritize protein. You should be getting close to your intake that you have leading into Superbowl, taking things with you. Even so, if you are able to take some snacks, if you know those things aren't going to be good and you want to stay on the track, take the stuff with you. Drink your water. If you're drinking booze, I recommend having a water with it right after, okay? You should be getting your 60 to 80 ounces, if not more, gallon, okay? We got to be making that a priority, especially when we have high protein. And of course, my last two things on this slide that I always say, first, it should be take action and do the damn thing. Do not make excuses anymore. Let's make it happen by doing the following things. Oh, and look who it is. Ain't she so cute? She is. I love her. Her concert was so good. But this is for you, all you haters. And if you're not a hater, I love you even more that you followed and listened the whole time. But now you are going to hate the fact that I put this on here because the amount of times that we see Taylor Swift, it's 5 push-ups. Every time you see Taylor Swift or they talk about Taylor Swift, you got 5 push-ups. You have a game plan. Now let's go out and execute. Go Eagles.